In more than one of the countries, I told the people, you better know what the source of your urges, impulses, inclinations is. You dare not say, but it's my impulse, my inclination. Pardon me, you are dead wrong. What you think are your impulses and inclinations are being influenced constantly by two opposing forces. And you better know what the source of your inclination is. Moreover, and now toward the end of that paragraph, in a subordinate way, the movements that follow an action of human choice are also worth discriminating. And you begin to see, I almost want to say, but I won't, how useless the English language is in teaching the Catholic faith. And poor us, we must use English. Discriminating. You mean we're supposed to be discriminating? But I thought we're not supposed to practice discrimination. Am I making sense? We better discriminate. And this is after an action is performed. Because after I've done something, I should pass judgment on whether that action should be repeated or not. Because, and I put this on the board, I'm sure, more than once, but I'll do it once again. And this, in many ways, is the heart of understanding the discernment of spirits. Remember, we said everything in our lives as human beings begins in the senses. Remember? Unlike the angels, we have bodies. Unless we had sense experience, we would never have a thought. Every sense experience leads, and I won't write out, leads to a thought. What I see, what I hear, what I touch, what I smell, what I feel is the divinely ordained precondition for what I will think. There is no breaking this law. And without going any further, just for a moment, a footnote. How we better, dear Lord, how we better watch what our senses experience. Everything we hear, everything we touch, everything we feel, always, the adverb is always, leads to a corresponding thought. That is why, as I've said on more than one occasion, why I like Marshall McLuhan's description of the modern media of communication. Remember? The modern media are engaged in a Luciferian conspiracy against the truth. And I have to say this. Our nation is addicted to the media. I did tell you, didn't I, about the study made in Germany, remember? Whether television is addictive. And the government offered a equivalent of $10,000 in American money for any regular television watcher who would abstain from television for 6 months. 500 finally were chosen. Not one of the 500 persevered. And some have to be institutionalized. Their thinking was damaged. We Americans are addicts. That's spelled able, double D-I-C-T-S. And the addiction is right here. Every sense experience leads to a thought. Every thought leads to a desire. Every desire, unless controlled, leads to an action. Every action, unless controlled, leads to a habit. Our habits shape our character. And our character determines our destiny.